Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an all-day clean with me where I'm getting to some much needed things in my house that needed my attention to clean up. So here I am. It was time for laundry, so I decided to start here. This is not necessarily the first thing I want to do when I'm doing my cleaning, but for some reason, because your girl like to let the laundry pile up, and I don't necessarily want to say I let it pile up, but I will say that when I am doing laundry, I at least have a week's worth of laundry. So I'm going ahead on and get into it. I started with baby boy's bedding off of his bed, and then I am going to get to all of the rest of the stuff that I have to wash, and I'm going to get to some of these other areas around in the house. So hang around so you don't miss out on all the things that I'm cleaning up, and maybe you can pick up a few tips, a few of my cleaning supplies that I absolutely love using along the way while you're watching. Let me tell y'all something. I think it's so funny to see that my kids like stuffed animals, because when I was growing up, I absolutely loved stuffed animals. So all of our kids have, if not one, two, they all at least have one or two stuffed animals that they have on their bed that they keep, whether it was given to them or one of them gave it to each other or something we gave to them, or a stuffed animal that they picked up themselves. This boy has so many stuffed animals. I put all his Sonic stuff and Spider-Man back on his bed, but over here beside me is a hamper with his other stuffed animals in it. This boy has so many stuffed animals. I refuse to put them all back on the bed. I'm like, I'll let him put which stuffed animals he want to put back on his bed, because I just wasn't going to do it. I already had pulled all his blankets and sheets off, and I was going to let him do the honors of putting the rest of his stuffed animals on his bed, because he had so many. And then when I think about me being a child and liking stuffed animals, and even now as an adult, a big age adult, I still have stuffed animals. They all have a significant place in my heart. They were given to me, whether by my kids, my husband. They just have different meanings. I actually have one from one of my little sisters from when we lost the baby, the second loss. And I still had that teddy bear right here on my bed. Stays wherever I'm at, and I will forever cherish my stuffed animals. So it's just funny to me to see our kids liking stuffed animals. Now, as you can see, your girl had to get to these windows. Let me tell y'all something. It is so many windows around this house, okay? And these windows are the windows, of course, right in our living space. And we do like to be in our windows. I open our curtains every single day. So it was important for me to get to this. I had been putting this off. I knew these curtains needed to be, sorry, not curtains. The curtains are always open. But I knew these windows needed to be washed. So I went ahead on and used my pink stuff glass cleaner. And that stuff worked really, really good, y'all. I knew I had seen it in another video of somebody else's, but I had not come across it in the store. I absolutely love this stuff. It does not leave no streaks in the windows at all. Look, my son outside cutting the grass, y'all. Yes, y'all see him outside at the window cutting the grass. I didn't even realize at the time when I was doing this. Then after I look back, I'm like, oh my God, he cutting the grass. But oh well. Yes, this glass cleaner works really, really good. I love what it's doing and the way it's getting these windows real clean and streak free. I love it. Okay, so I knew I had to get to pushing this couch back so I could pull this rug up because it needed to be pulled up and out the way so that I can get underneath of it, sweep, and mop this whole floor because I can honestly say we haven't moved this rug in a while. We've moved it before, it's just been a while, and I wanted to sweep up around underneath the rug and mop this whole space. I haven't mopped under it in a long while, so I was like, you know what, let me move this rug, let me sweep this floor up good so that I can get this floor mopped all the way up. Let me say this. Every time I'm on these floors and sweeping these floors and mopping these floors, I cannot help but to smile and just be so thankful and grateful because it is a lot of space. It's a lot of floor to keep clean around here, right? But I remember a time when we were manifesting this house. Well over 10 years ago, we were manifesting exactly where we are today. Just manifesting. We were in a 500 square feet apartment with 3 of our kids, okay? And so I remember and I can recall ever so clear the time of us manifesting. And this is our second home that we've purchased, but it's just the fact that back then, I didn't have this kind of floor. I didn't have the space to have to keep cleaning. And I can even recall when I used to fuss about cleaning up. I used to fuss about cleaning up and not having help cleaning up. But now when I clean up, I'm cleaning up with gratitude. My cleaning up is so night and day now. I take pride in my cleaning up. I have joy when I'm cleaning up, keeping my house clean for my family. So it's just so different for me than what it was. I now clean up with gratitude in my heart. I do not fuss about not having help because of course I do have help, but I don't sit back and focus on that. I'm just like, let me clean it. Let me get it done. Let me make sure our house is nice and clean for everybody. All of our kids have chores, even our 7-year-old. Everybody takes part in keeping our house clean. But for me, it's a joy thing for me. It brings me so much joy to be able to have this space, have this home, and keep it clean for my family. Okay guys, so I figured I need to clean this bar. So I said, let me add this as a part of my cleaning because it is so dusty inside of my cabinets. I have not wiped them out, if I'm being completely honest. Since we first bought the house, we've been here almost 3 years, okay? So I should be ashamed of myself. But I don't use this bar. We don't really use our bar as much as we could, I would say. I absolutely had to have this bar. My husband, I was like, I want the bar, babe. And he was like, all right, so we got the bar. I love this bar. As you can see, I got my purple glasses spewed throughout because purple is my favorite color. But I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get the counters wiped off. I'm going to open these up and we're going to get this dust. We're going to dust these out because they are dusty as ever inside. So we're going to do that. We're going to get them dusted out. We're going to get these counters wiped off and just clean it up a little bit.
Let me tell y'all, it was so much dust down here. It do not make nobody good sense. I am not going to allow this to happen. Look at all that dust back there. It look like it's white, but it's just dust, y'all. I have not moved this stuff and dusted in who knows how long. But your girl was not going to let it get like that again. So I had to move all the bottles. I kind of slid them to the side because my husband had put this stuff in here. And I did not want to have it in here in the wrong way. So I just kind of picked stuff up and moved it around. He'll probably notice it. But yeah, I had to move this stuff because it was dust everywhere, y'all. Oh my God. It was so much dust. It don't make no sense. We are now occasional drinkers. We do not drink half as much as we used to at all, which is so funny to me. Who would have knew? But it is what it is. So I came over here where our glasses are, and I did the same exact thing. I had to do some dusting, y'all, moving some stuff around. I did that, got it out the way so I can move on to these countertops and all the other stuff that I was down here to clean up. Real good. Okay, let's get it clean. Wow, like it. Of course, I had to get to this floor, take these rugs up, and get this floor swept up and mopped. And the thing is, I'm like, we don't even be down here enough to have all this grit. It is so much grit down here on this floor, y'all. I'm like, oh my goodness, really? I mean, just grit for days. I'm like, wow, how? We not down here that much. So why is all this grit on my floor? But anywho, I had to get to it. I swept up good, and then of course your girl gonna come on through with this mop so I could finish this job up and be done. Now, one thing I will say, of course, the job is not complete until all the floors around the main level have been mopped, swept and mopped. Earlier, I only did the area in the middle of the living room, which is between the couch and the two chairs, and I needed to still get around the table and by the front door and in the mud room and in the hallway. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making sure I get to all the floors because we had spills and sticky stuff all over the place. So I made sure to go ahead on and get it all done. I will say this, I have a lot of floor to deal with, as far as sweeping and mopping. But I'll tell you one thing, this OC the mop have been coming in a clutch, baby. This OC the mop works wonders. So with Easter being tomorrow, I decided to go ahead on and get these kids' baskets together. And if I'm being completely honest, I've been moving around the house and doing stuff since early. I almost forgot that I had to put these together, okay? So your girl went downstairs, put these together. The older kids did not ask for anything. They said they was not tripping off no Easter baskets. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? There's no way I'm not giving these teenagers something. I started with baby boy, of course. I knew our 11-year-old wanted something because she made it clear she did want her a basket. So I said, no problem, I got you. But I did come across some stuff that I wanted to do for the teenagers. Just a little something just to acknowledge them. I have always made Easter baskets for our kids. I have never purchased a ready-made Easter basket for our kids because I enjoy putting them together, buying the things and putting them in there, making it a little bit more personable. Nothing against the people that decide to buy. I had Easter baskets that were bought when I was coming up, but for me, I wanted to do it myself. I always like doing it. So I found these large Easter eggs inside of Michael's for half off, and I purchased them, and then I just found some little knickknacks to put in for our teenagers. So that is how we are ending this night, me putting these Easter baskets together for our kids. Let me tell y'all something. Your girl was having problems because I under or overestimated with the stuff that I was getting put in here. I was struggling, y'all. I was on Struggle Street. I was like, oh my God, this stuff is not going to fit. I ultimately ended up taking out the stickers in the book and just sitting them to the side because I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. The top's not staying on. So let me just take these books out and take the stickers out and sit them to the side because, yeah, this is just not going to work. But I figured it out, though. So what I ended up doing, I used this big basket that I used last year. I had made the girls one big basket and just put a bunch of different stuff in there for all of them. I used that same basket from last year to put all of their large eggs in and sit them in there together, so when they get up, they'll all go to this basket and get their stuff out. I got it color coordinated so they'll know whose is who. If you guys have made it this far in my video, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for supporting me. And I hope you have a happy Easter with your family. Thank you so much for being here and showing me support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys on the next video.